Would he call in?
No, they were on the show, and Joe was like, "Cut. Can we go to break or something? You get a chance, man. I don't know if it was stitched or what, but looked like he was like, yeah, Bob, yeah, you're fired." Because she said something about disappointments or something, not meeting deadlines, and he was like, "Yeah, you're fired."
Holy shit.
And
That
boy
dude is
came.
ruthless, man. But then again, like, I mean, getting fired in Silicon Valley, does it really
No,
like sting? I mean, because
no.
people like Silicon Valley has like the highest turnover rate. I mean, they motherfuckers just stay for projects, and when their project is done, they move on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, I don't know, man. Especially with like all the uh like if you work in tech, I'm sure you've been a part of a million startups that just don't go nowhere,
Fizzled out.
and yeah, and then you got to pack your shit.
Okay, I'm sorry, I got that wrong. It was a parody or something. I don't know, man. I thought it was. They got me, man. They got
It
me.
happens.
They got me.
All the news is a parody, bro.
Pretty much, man. They got me.
Yeah.
I take that back. Rebuttal. Sorry. Like I said, that was.
Speaking of parodies, you see how your boy Drake and 21 Savage get sued over a parody.
What did they do, man?
Kind of Vogue parody cover or something like that, and Vogue suing them over it.
Yikes. Yeah, that's going to happen. Especially when you up. You don't see too many cats who down on their luck, sampling this, that, and the third get that injunction. So yeah, it's gonna happen. These guys, they on fire. They got that. They on tour together, right?
Dropped that album Friday.
Yeah. Okay. That's something like
I haven't
that.
heard it. I haven't heard it yet, but I mean, hey, I guess it's what's hot in the streets.
That's cool because guess who ain't in the streets no more? Like I sent y'all that damn clip. Old boy was like 9 p.m. Really? That's what time we leaving? Yeah. I'm tucked in, man. I'm a certified, legit, verified homeboy. To the truest extent, man.
For show.
Ain't got nobody to impress, man. Where the rest of these damn clowns at, man? I'm telling you, deductions, man. Deductions. No excuse.
It's that CPT time.
Man,
coming up for ideas for the other page.
Yeah, man. I seen them shirts, man. Them ideas, y'all cast is nuts. We gotta get them shits printed up ASAP.
Yes, sir. Like I said, that's why I sent you that. I couldn't open up what you sent me. I was at work and everything is a dead spot. I couldn't open that up to see what old boy was talking about, see if he's legit.
Yeah, he's got to be. I'll hit him up on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be. I
hope.
Yeah, we'll hit him up though.
And see what he's talking about our concepts, because shit, half the stuff is just us, talking shit. The one the Disco Kane wants. We have to definitely do that licensing, whatever shit we got to, whatever hoops we got to jump through. But I still want that shirt regardless. If I got to go motherfucking Rambo with that shit, I'll do it. Just go to the swap meet and get one made up. Fuck it. Oh, that's a dope ass concept.
Though right now, as we speak.
What's up?
I'm looking into that as we speak right now. You know what I'm saying? As far as actually looking at the actual logistics of it and stuff. I do need to see about the licensing though. We need to definitely look at that. But I'm looking at the logistics as of right now.
Okay. Cool.
I want you to think of this web store as more of a corner store, something that we're used to. Maybe something that was on the corner of like Oak Hill and Hillman. It would be wrong to have licensed products in that store.
Oh shoot!
You heard it here first.
Yo,
the bootleg zoo. Yeah.
Man. Man,
We
they
talking
had all
about
kind of
straight.
crazy
It
shit.
should be called out the trunk. That's what it should be called. Out the motherfucking trunk.
Show.
Hey, dude, when I was in Iraq, like the stores were for real like that. Like that's not some shit they do just for us. That's how their fucking stores are run, man. It's crazy shit like that. Everything's old, everything's like for real. Like we had it good in the hood compared to them other stores, you know,
over there.
They operating back home. Yeah, it's
yeah. I mean, they don't have what's that? USDA. They don't have inspections. Like, do you want this part of the bread or no?
Hey, man,
do you want these rations or no?
Yeah,
that's what you get.
Lay's potato chips that like 2 years overdue. You know, motherfucking packaging is faded.
They've been there a while. They done seen a couple Christmas. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, man. These motherfuckers, boy, oh boy. Like, how are you this late?
Oh, man, this nigga.
What the hell?
Nah.
Work.
It's always them young niggas, man.
Yeah.
Always them young cats, man, who don't respect the motherfucking time.
Oh, shoot.
Hey.
Wake your punk ass up.
Hey.
That's why I got that.
Falling down the stairs shit.
That's why I got that Kiss Cafe to wake his ass up.
Hey.
Dope.
Hey.
That Kiss Cafe to wake his ass up.
I ain't the nigga. I ain't the one that. I ain't the one that forgot that we had a show and was in Walmart, nigga. So.
Where y'all at?
I ain't the one who forgot we had a show and was on a road trip. Y'all kiss my ass. I'm showing some love, nigga. What's up, gentlemen? Yeah, man.
That's just your camera, homie.
Fuck, always taking his vacations on the front end of the show.
Man, let me show a little love, man.
You don't even drink coffee.
That's dope.
I'm gonna try some of this though, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try some of this,
man. Yeah,
man.
They got K cups.
They just got they got the whole bean in the ground right here. This is the only one they have right now, and man, that shit. Look, that shit is selling like hotcakes, man.
Okay.
They got the little filters that you can put them in and make them into K cups.
Yeah, I got one of those joints. I got a couple of them actually.
Yeah, they got a lot of shit they planning on doing, but man, these cats is back ordered and shit, man. I ordered this shit a couple weeks ago. Yeah, man. So I just because I watched I think they did an interview with TMZ.
Yeah, and
it was just their end. I don't think it was released yet, but just listening to his dad and his son, you know, and two dads, a son, and the legacy. That was some dope shit, man. So, you know, I had to support that, man. The old man is on his shit.
Yeah.
So, you know,
man. You wanna get into it, man?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
What y'all want me to do? Y'all want me to start the music or you know?
Yeah, we live, man.
Y'all ready?
Too much dead air. Yeah.
Just start the show.
All this dead air, man. Professional
Right.
asses. We've been doing this for a minute now. When we say go, you know what go means.
Right.
I'm sorry, man. I'm fucking up.
Oh, but I'm fucking up. Just start it. Let's just go, nigga.
Yeah, you. Hey.
We ain't gonna do the whole one verse intro. Let's just quartermaster and 9. There you go. That's the intro.
That's it, man.
Oh, that's all we need.
And let me not forget
All we need.
the legendary sounds of Beat Down Brown. And missing from attendance is the man in the myth who explains the man in the myths, Mr. J motherfucking Drizzy. Shout out to Miss Kiki, and each man on this panel is responsible for whatever the fuck comes out of his mouth. Let's get it, Youngstown.
Let's get it.
Niggas is like, I like that one. That shit short and sweet.
Man, hit that motherfucker right out the park, man. That's dope.
Niggas excellent with the intros and then start zaying it off.
Man, it just don't feel right, man. Shit, something way off.
Something
you want
off,
the long?
man.
You want the long way?
Nah,
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna play this shit again. You better do it. Do it, pussy. Oh man, how y'all fellas doing today, man?
We're good, man. We're good. Y'all brothers get a chance to check out an episode, or at least skim through and see a little bit.
I knew what it was, family, but I didn't even know the shit was out yet, man. You know, I'm at work.
I got you.
Yeah. So
I watched it. I did check it out.
How is it?
Actually, it's really good. Actually, it's a lot better than what I thought, especially with the other executive producer on board with 50. But I mean, it's actually good. I mean, Van Lathan did his thing with that joint.
He did.
Oh,
He did his thing with it. He's hosting it. He did his thing with it though.
Yeah.
Let me say something, man. I ain't gonna be long-winded about this. I'm happy to see that Van Lathan is doing his thing, man. That whole TMZ shit with him, that shit went sour for no reason, man. I mean, that cat was he was the show, man. So I'm glad to see that he's partnered up with Fifth and they doing something, man. But go ahead, fellas.
Yeah, I mean, this is just the beginning. It's crazy how they already filmed the segments, and yet there's still more contributions to it. It's what happened, last week. It's like an ongoing issue, and it's just like we shouldn't even have a show like this,
right?
In the first place, but yet we keep, repeating this damn process over and over again. We keep talking about these dead rappers or dead entertainers, and it's crazy because we say, well, you could have damn near a 24/7 channel on this kind of shit.
Yeah.
But it was just sad how they, went through the whole Pop Smoke situation. For the first episode, it was just crazy, man. You don't know if it was a setup or just some knucklehead kids, man.
So let me ask this question. Big Wit.
Big Wit.
Shout out to Big Wit. Oh, and shout out to the new subscribers, man. We at what, 393, 394? Yeah. Shout out to y'all, man. That's what's up, man. We got that one dude. He gonna be like, man, fuck them. 392. And then like, all right, I agree with that point. 393 again. Listen, what I don't want to speak on some shit that I'm very ignorant of.
What's up?
You hear things, but what was the deal with the Pop Smoke situation? Because that, like, this Takeoff situation hit everybody pretty hard, man. So what was the story behind that?
In the studio in LA, met up with a chick, and him and his man and them was going. Well, first, I think his people, they were flexing. They rented out a house up in the hills, and they were in the parking lot, and somebody took a picture of them, and it had the address in the back.
It had the address on it.
So send it to the gram. There he is, Drizzy.
The man.
Peace.
And these kids and the hyenas, they watching. They know this dude is he's out of bounds. He ain't got the security all like that. And yeah, man, they ran up on him, man. A quick Google search.
And they said it was like his first time really out there in LA too. So he really ain't had no connections out that way for nobody to like really have his back. And what they also was saying too was they said that the dudes who was the wolves that was on them, they checked the house out on Zillow to get the whole layout of that shit.
Because they came in through the back.
They came in through the back door.
Wow. Like there's a staircase that went up to the master bedroom with a sliding door, so you could look off into the back. You get to kind of get the gist of the layout. And they said somebody left that back sliding door open, and these guys rushed in, and he was in the shower.
Yeah.
One thing they always say about LA you know, and this is evident in what Bosco set up in the PNB situation. Like his girl didn't have to set him up.
Right.
We already there.
Right.
You know, what's always said about is LA is they know when these cats, as soon as the plane come in, they say it's somebody working at the airport that's making a call. You know what I mean? The rental
too.
place.
Eddie
That
Eddie
too.
Murphy talked
but-
about that in Raw.
Oh, word?
Yeah, Eddie Murphy talked about that in Raw.
What did he say?
You remember all them homophobic jokes he did back in Delirious? Then he come out in Raw talking about as soon as he got off the plane, there was a homosexual sitting on the roof
waiting
of a
for
police
him.
car. And, woo, he's here, boys. Woo, you know, that type of shit. Like, and I'm sure I murdered that shit, but like,
Yeah, you
we
did,
remember
but
you
it's kind of
jogged memories.
yeah. I see where your head is at with that, but yeah, this is, you know, I don't think they were trying to kill Mr. Murphy. They were just trying to welcome to the city.
Yeah.
This situation, man, these cats they're not playing, and they don't think it was necessarily, beef or anything. It was just that's he. They interviewed that dude.
They interviewed his right hand man. I forgot what his name was, but
not his right hand man. I'm talking about the dude from LA. The dude in the shop. What was his name?
Malone.
Glasses Malone. And he was like, dude,
Malone.
that's just what they own out here now.
Yeah,
They will come in through the front door on your ass, and
Right.
they caught the kids who did it, and they got little to nothing for that watch.
Right.
You know, they got his watch and some other shit, but pretty much nothing. You know, but they saw him flexing on the gram and was like, oh yeah, we're gonna take his shit. You know, that's what we do.
You know, this whole checking in culture it's a pretty interesting thing. Because you know, in most of these places in the D, you know, they was, hey, Rick Ross got to check in, and the man didn't perform. In LA, that's all they talk about is checking in. Well, if you look at these incidents, like I've been trying to keep up a little bit with this takeoff situation, and you know, Houston as well as Atlanta, they're in an outrage right now with the young princes, man, because they was like, you know, what good is your check-in if every time somebody come in and check in with you, they end up gone? The two similar things in the Duke the Jeweler and the takeoff situations is there was a dice game, and there was also the same dude who is the alleged shooter, who allegedly just got shot. So it's like, you know, that's why, what's his name? Sauce. What's the guy's name? Sauce Walker. Yeah, you know, he was going back and forth with not really even a back and forth, but him and Jazz Prince were, you know, had a little correspondence, because that's what he said. Like, what good is your check-in, man? You should have been with me. And you got people that's like outraged, man. Like, you know, they say, man, you guys don't make white people check in. You don't make this person check in. And we just seen this thing, man, where these rappers, man, they go in places and they getting harmed and shit, man. And it's a pretty sad thing. And it's sad, like you said, to even have a fucking show like this. But they got episodes, metaphorically speaking, they got episodes just popping up.
Yeah, I mean, it's helping, not just, I don't want to say helping the cause, but yeah, there's enough to go around.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you got these cats who say they checked in and they want to, like, why would you want to go, like they were showing them before all this happened, them driving through the Fifth Ward.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, why would you want to even, you know what I'm saying? If you checked in, why you even got to go that route? You know, it's like these cats feel they got to go in and get their hood stamp everywhere they go. Like, when I come in the city, I got to go to the hood. I got to go to the PJs. For what?
You ever see that?
Would you leave
too.
Who did that?
We did
that shit too.
Because that's where the fun was when we was young and dumb. But we didn't have that kind of money. We wasn't multi-millionaires.
Yeah. Y'all could blend in with the regular niggas. I mean, they might know these.
You absolutely.
You ain't got a $50,000 ring on your finger. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like this. Y'all ever see that shit, janky promoters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Fantastic movie.
Right. Jeezy wanted a bag. And so Mike Epps pull up in the hood. What dude told him, man, get Jeezy the fuck out the hood. Don't nobody care if this nigga rap.
See, exactly.
For somebody rob Jeezy ass.
Exactly.
Right.
What's the point, as you said, Mr. 209, of going to the fucking Fifth Ward, bro? Like, what was that shit about?
Tell them cats, like, look, meet me, on Fifth Avenue, not in the Fifth Ward, meet me, on Rodale Drive or some shit, man.
Right.
Go to the, the elite of the elite shit. Have them cats come to you. You don't go back to that shit. Like, you don't, when dude say, when's the last time you seen Jay-Z back in Marcy?
Come on, man.
I think it's two different mentalities, though. Like, I've seen what y'all saying, and it both makes sense, but to the rappers, it probably mean, are we going back to give to the hood? But to the people in the hood, it's like you coming back to stun on us, and it's an insult.
And they, this whole we outside,
right?
Take your ass inside, and that's what they're doing. It's like, dude, why are you outside? Outside stinks. Outside got corona. Take your ass back inside.
But you know what that whole outside shit is? That shit to the uninitiated. It sounds like, yeah, I'm outside. But to whoever paying attention, like, that shit sound like, yeah, it should sound like a challenge. I got all my jewelry. I'm outside. I'm by myself. Niggas is like, oh, really? Google Map this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
that's what it, and that's, you hit it right out of the park. That's exactly what it is. We outside. Who we hiding from?
Right.
I got 50,000 here. I got 50,000 here. I got a $1.5 million foreign outside, or I'm sitting in this joint right now. We outside. Where y'all at?
And the nigga that's paying attention, like, nigga, I live in a 1-bedroom with a TV on the fucking ground. Google this motherfucker on this Obama phone. We gonna Uber to this nigga to get him.
First of all, we gotta go to McDonald's to get the Wi-Fi, and then I'm gonna get his ass.
Right.
Like, I listen, man, I get the going back to the hood if you are genuinely going there to give back, man. I watched what's the cat out of LA, man, the blood dude, man, made songs with Nipsey Hussle. 300 YG. 100 or whatever. YG would do the book bag giveaways with him and Nip. They would do the book bag giveaways and shit like that. But a lot of that shit, let's be honest, man, I think it is stunting on them. It is a big look at what I got type deal. And they cover it up by saying, hey, man, we out here showing people, man, that they can get it from the mud like us. If they see this motivate. Like, oh, motherfucker, you making a hungry stomach growl, nigga. That's all you doing. You making a hungry stomach growl. And I feel bad because these are young brothers, man. Nobody goes into a profession, thinking that they're gonna pass away. And it's just sad, man. I hate to see anybody of any hue of us. I hate to see anybody, period, pass, but especially ours, because we face so much shit anyway. But these are young brothers that come from a certain place that were trying to use their talent, and young lady, they get to a certain place, and they in that certain place, unfortunately, was a coffin, man.
Yeah, it's just, man, it's only gonna get crazier because of the music.
Yeah,
and the music has something to do with, like, who was that? DJ Quick was like, man, I don't talk about death in any of my raps. She's like, man, you speak that shit into existence.
He said that back in '98, bro.
Yeah, and it's like now these kids, I'm smoking on so and so. The dude they just killed. They naming names, everything. That whole drill music, all that shit is crazy.
Mr. Kobala, I'm glad you said that. You touched on a very poignant point. I hear there's certain people that's like, oh man, they want to blame it on hip hop. It ain't got nothing to do with the man. If a person, if you will put on R&B music to set the mood with your woman, and that shit gets you and her feeling a certain kind of way, and y'all ready to get groovy, what's gonna happen when you pack a bunch of motherfuckers into a club? Yeah. And you put on some drill and stomp his head, fuck his bitch, stomp his head, fuck his bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Isn't that what Kanye said?
Absolutely, he said that. You know what I mean? And let me tell you something. What's the young man name? ESTG, I think it is, out of Kentucky,
out
whatever.
of Kentucky,
Kentucky,
Louisville. Yeah.
I tried to listen to that shit. I was like, oh, the beat hitting. Man, that shit got about 2 minutes into the song. I said, I got to turn this demonic shit the fuck off. Like, this is not, no, bro. Like, this shit was like, it's a mind fucking when you got kids that don't want to pay attention in school. Their hormones is kicking. All it is about the party, and that's what they pumping in their head. When we was listening to Kid and Play, and we watched House Party, it ain't a nigga on this panel that didn't try and jump over his own fucking leg.
I can still do it. Fuck your couch, nigga.
My heart attack ended my days of even trying.
But now it's YouTube. Cats going live. Dudes actually getting killed on live. You know what I mean? It's this whole generation is just it's a wash right now.
It's a death culture.
Now it's just this is the soundtrack to it.
And you know what, man? I just want to say, man. What is that? What is that shit, man? A critique, constructive criticism is not putting the youngins down, man.
Not at all.
If someone sees a flaw in your message and they see the outcome of your message, and now the outcome is affecting you versus other people getting hyped up and doing things, maybe it's time to change the message. It's not dogging black culture to say, hey, man, these motherfuckers literally preach death. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They literally fuck the bitch. I mean, it's so bad now for all the wigs and weaves and nails that these motherfuckers put on. The females is rapping about the same shit.
Can't tell the difference.
You know what I mean? You can't. Well, you know, the only way, unless a man make wet ass mussy, you know what I'm saying? It's all about hoeing and violence, man. It's literally about hoeing and fucking violence, man. And at some point, like, we had Daz and them. I mean, they had the most ignorant motherfucking song, When I Met You Last Night, baby.
Real shit,
before you opened up your gap. I mean, like, I had a respect for your lady.
I bet $5 you can still play that shit at the family reunion right now.
You can. You can.
It was
you can. You can.
Say.
Because it had
my balls.
It's the way it hit your ears sonically.
Yeah,
you can still slide to it. You don't know. Yeah. You hear what they're saying, but
really
that groove takes
you.
You
can sing along with that shit. Grandma still will sing along with that shit, and you will still jam at the family reunion to that shit.
Yeah, you can play that. You can play that after everybody ate at Thanksgiving.
Guess who's back in the motherfucking house?
Would have had dick for your motherfucking mouth.
So, but the way they did it was almost like parody, right? Even though we know a lot of them really was doing what they were singing,
right?
It was like all in good fun, as opposed to I took your
artistry to that shit.
You know what I mean? I robbed you, and and I fucked your wife, and you know what I'm saying? Like you just totally violated. Like then you smoke my ashes,
right?
Listen, that part. It's
what
like
comes after that? Like
what
comes after that?
Y'all peed on my tombstone,
right?
Listen.
Took pictures.
Yeah,
but listen, I'm not one of these. I'm not one of these metaphysical cats either to get into the chakras and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure the man in the myth can back me up when I say it's that song by Snoop and them. The motherfucking beat just. Yeah, the words was on some other shit, but you wanted to do. Yeah. Now this shit is like, it's just this emotionless, soulless shit. Fuck a bitch. Down.
You have to be. You have to be on pills and lean to get it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It goes hand in hand. It was like. Back then, it was just weed and
pills and kills, bro. Pills and kills.
Pills and kills.
Yeah, we went from weed and malt liquor and beer to liquor to
now they robbing pharmaceuticals and
right, man. I mean, and that whole word, pharmakia.
You
want to get into the metaphysical a little bit? That's simple. Pharmakia, spirits. Like
when you say there's no feeling.
Yeah.
When you take that kind of drugs or whatever, you are numb. You have no feel. And that's where they're at. They just brainless, mindless, and just down for whatever because they're tripping off these fucking pills.
Yeah. Drizzy, you were mentioning the pharmakia.
Yeah. I mean, from listen, it ain't just start with our kids' culture, right? Our younger generation. Well, I say our kids, right? It from Hollywood on, right? This is something that's been a buildup. I mean, and not to get too heavy, but even in some of the pop realm, right? They're sampling and using the current wave and frequency of the music that is causing our people to kill each other at a high rate, but they're channeling it for different means of marketing. And then even still in that, you have people coming out talking about what we used to say would be crazy shit, right? Cloning labs and so on and so forth, right? And everybody's capitalizing on it, but they're so busy laughing and being mesmerized and entertained, they're not looking at the reality of it.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? You got people glitching out on stage, making you really wonder, like what Dick Gregory said, Bill's wife was a clone and she glitched out on national TV. They took her to the brownstone instead of to the hospital. You got to kind of start looking a little, little more analytical at some of this stuff. Like, and it's not to cast, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not to shift blame or to shift onus or responsibility, because you look at who's producing the music and then you look at who's backing the music.
Yeah,
we know who the biggest consumer of hip hop is. It's not folks who look like us. And RIP to when you talk about that Hollywood shit, Drew. RIP Aaron Carter.
Exactly. Yeah, RIP Aaron.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. They found him, and now stuff is coming out. You can talk about the different kind of drugs. It didn't just start with us popping pills. It was those kind of kids, huffing. They found some aerosol. Yeah, they found aerosol cans around, the scene where the man, where his demise was, and it's just fucked up, man. It's fucked up.
Man, hey, real quick, man. I'm sorry I forget. Shout out to DJ LOH on the ones and twos. You dig? Yeah.
And rest in peace to Hurricane G.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Lung
cancer. 1, 2.
Yeah. Damn. Yo, Red Man, get off that punk smooth shit.
Shit, man. But
she came out of I was like, who is that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Ever for her shit to drop.
What happened? Was it natural causes?
Yeah,
cancer.
Stage 4 lung cancer.
Cancer.
Damn, man. Hey, man, rest in peace, Hurricane G, man.
Definitely rest in peace.
That's rough, man. And and condolences to E. Serm and his daughter, man. They had one daughter together.
Yeah.
That's his baby mom.
Wow, that is right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the mom of his child, man. Yeah, man. Hey.
It's fucked up. Man. We gotta have a series like this, but it does, keep, because a lot of this stuff isn't solved, and it gets buried, so I'm glad they shine somewhat of a light. And it's kind of like what us, which is so messed up, is that our own people know exactly what happened before the masses do all the time. Like when Park got shot, every, cats from LA was like, we know who did it within that, before that night was, before the next day. We knew, because everybody came back home and it was like, so-and-so did it. And you saw that big ass conspiracy theory. Oh, such and such did it. It was Suge who set him up. Like, who will set themselves up to get shot in the head?
Listen to the Machiavelli album.
Yeah.
If you listen real close,
Should
shot me.
And I was like, no, it was all gang related. And it's like Cats in the Hood was just like, dude, they really gonna run with this? And mind you, this is before social media and all this other shit popped off.
Yeah.
So, you couldn't, get all the stories out there. Everybody in the hood was like, shit, we know.
Ed, I'm so glad you brought that up. It's always gang related. No, seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, when I saw Big in them before they all got their individual deals, when they was on the first album, Bad Boy Presents, right? Junior Mafia was called the Sixes. They're all wearing blue. I mean, the imagery was right there. When you sing Bone Thugs and Harmony, beating on niggas every day, all of that was gang. They were all trying to find a niche in a whole different realm or echelon, right, of existence, but still trying to hold down the so-called streets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Scarface tried to tell him, down and out, money funny, you hustled and tried. On the verge of pawning your jewelry and selling your ride. Somebody should have told you ain't no life in the streets. Only out here till you touch it. When you touch it, you leave.
I was taught to take the money and run. Yeah. That was Face.
Let me say this, man. I was listening to a brother talk about this, man. I'm just gonna say this real quick, man. All that checking in shit. When you cats, I mean, we the old heads. Y'all ain't none of y'all probably paying attention, but if somebody knows somebody, if it's 6 degrees of separation, and not in the Will Smith way.
Finish your thought, Scrub. Finish your thought, man. God dang.
Listen, man. Hey, all that checking it, man. Go get y'all some professional motherfucking security.
Professional bodyguards.
Go get Detroit threat management, whatever my man name is, if you got to get him, man. But don't trust in the homies, man. Because like the brother said when I was listening to his channel, this other gentleman. Rick Tang one from the Artifacts too.
Yes,
right
sir.
on.
Thanks, Whit.
Yeah.
A lot of these cats that's supposed to be protecting you be sitting up there salivating with the Birdman hands. Go get you some they, like he said, they gotta have some black security companies. Get you some off-duty police, whatever.
Get the FOI. Get the FOI. Michael Jackson.
There you go.
FOI.
There you go.
Right there.
Nobody fucked with them and still don't. Go get the fruit, but do that, man. Don't go to these places, man. Like you made it. You made it. That's the thing. You made it. You don't need to go back to the Fifth Ward. You don't need to go to Compton. You don't need to go show that you tough, man. Because then at the least, a motherfucker gonna extort you.
Yep.
At the least, So.
All right, Tim, what the hell you doing, man?
Hey, man, this fucking microphone fell apart. Nah, but like, don't you think at some point in time these record companies would start protecting their investments instead of just insuring these niggas?
But don't they do that though? They do.
They do insure them.
At a certain point.
Yeah, they do insure them.
Yeah, insure them. But as far as protection,
I see your point right there. I see what you're saying. It's like they got janitor's insurance or dead peasants insurance. Like Walmart got this, and if anybody knows anything about that shit, it was for these high-ranking executives at these companies. So if these corporations, if one of these, these high-ranking executives passed away, the corporation will recoup the money that it put back into them. Walmart decided to do it. So you ain't gonna tell me that Interscope or Tommy Boy, if they're even still in existence, they might have went the way of Rockets. You're not gonna tell me that they don't have insurance policies out on these young men and women.
Yeah, forget that that label out of California, and like
that's the elephant in the room.
Yeah, their top 3 main acts died, and they had insurance policies on them. And cats started talking about like, man, is that a curse for this label? That their main acts, not like the dudes they're developing, like the people that were signed, like 3 of them, all perished. And now they asking people who are signed to them, like, dude, how do you feel being on this label? They're like, man, it is what it is. Like, fuck that, man. It's a sign.
And they already
fucking label.
Even the labels though.
I'm sorry. We watched it happen to the biggest entertainer of all time, fucking Michael Jackson.
That's what I'm saying.
I was
about to go with it. And
it was Prince. AIG. And then AIG not only insured this man's life, but provided the fucking doctor that killed him.
There you go.
See,
There you
They
go.
provided a cardiac doctor to prescribe a paralytic, and then
Propofol. Right.
this
Milk.
motherfucker didn't know. This cardiac doctor didn't know CPR.
And that's the truth. Ruth
Ruth?
ain't nothing allegedly about that
That's
shit.
it. All right.
That's
So
100.
Let's roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
These
didn't.
companies don't
We
give a
can
fuck about
we can leave
Yeah,
on that one
yeah,
on
yeah.
the king. We'll
Yeah.
leave on that one.
There
Definitely.
you go.
Sir. And that's that on that.
Right. What we got?
Yeah. Do y'all remember this dude? Y'all remember like early YouTube? Not necessarily early YouTube. I keep saying that, like maybe a couple years ago. This
Cops.
dude,
Yeah, I remember.
he would go into the hood.
The
We talk about
legend.
that. There he is. What up,
Gentlemen.
family?
Hey, how y'all feeling, man?
We
Cops
good,
hood.
family. We good. You know, we ain't win that 2 billy, but we good.
Yeah, man. These motherfuckers auctioning off Kanye's money. I don't mean to laugh about that. I ain't
Yeah,
laughing
the
about that shit.
hood CNN dude, man. He would
Hey,
go
what
around
if,
to
hey,
borough.
what if Kanye got a ticket and won that shit?
That would be
That would have been
Poetic
so
justice.
dope.
funny as shit.
That'd
Poetic-
be so
That'll be
dope.
poetic justice.
Yup.
Yeah, he be blaming Jews for not paying him.
See, next.
We can't.
Oh,
we can't
Next.
Allegedly.
you cannot say that.
Allegedly.
You cannot say that.
Every man is
Allegedly.
responsible for whatever comes out of his mouth.
Allegedly.
Hey, listen. Cops, hood CNN reporters murder solved, but no prosecution. Here's the thing. I remember this cat, Mr. Copeland. This dude, he would go into the hood. He would point out, hey, man, how the fuck this is not being solved or that's not being solved. They saying it's this and it's not that. He had a DVD. I got his DVD back in the day, and I thought that it was going to be an ongoing thing. It may have, and I may have lost track of it, but I thought it was going to be an ongoing thing. So, no prosecution. Let's go into it. What's up, man?
Hey, did you read the article about how they pretty much saying if you got 2 dueling gangs, it's a pass in Chicago? I was like, when did that start happening? You got to read that article, man. When they were saying, I forget what they called it, and they said
that was on some Wild West shit, man.
What's that? Mutual battle or what? The fuck did
Mutual
he say?
combat.
Mutual combat.
You said it. Yep.
And I was like, that's legal. They just let them shoot it out, and
in
whoever
certain
left standing,
territories.
that's it.
In certain U.S. territories, it's still legal.
That's crazy.
So they got hockey rules.
Yeah.
Well,
Pretty much.
They got
In Chicago?
And
Now I guess so. In certain areas, I guess because this shit is so rampant, they just like, man, why should we go in there when they got more artillery than we do?
I'm gonna do.
See,
some
no,
research,
fuck
but
that.
I want to say
fucking cops is always bitching about fucking being scared or some shit. Like it's fuck these dudes. They walk around with fucking guns. They got rifles. They got armor.
They got
armored
Batman
vehicles.
utility belts.
They starting to wear battle rattle, man, and they always talking about they scared of some shit.
I'm in fear of my life.
But I'm just saying,
motherfuckers.
I don't know if they will allow this in the suburbs, but in the inner cities, they said it's mutual combat.
It's real shit. When I was coming back when I first moved down here and was on my way, when I came back from like visiting the crib, I was in my Uber. And I was talking about how some of the areas was compared to back home, because the one dude was like, yeah, I've been to Youngstown before. And I was like, where? What you know about Youngstown? He was like, see Staples. Enough said.
Same.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
He down by law. Hey, did you get his name?
He down by
I want his email. He down by law.
So he was talking about some of the areas down here. And he was like, yeah, some of these areas down here, like especially in Dallas, he was like, the cops were not going. It wasn't even Pleasant. I know Pleasant Grove.
Like South Dallas.
He was like, some of these areas, like the cops won't even go in. I'm like, for real? He was like, yeah. He was like, if they get a call, they just like, I don't know what to tell you, but we'll pray for you.
That's what
Yeah, this is why the caption was, Hood CNN reporters murder solved but no prosecution because of that mutual combat. They kind of like, yeah, we know who did it, but it's all fair. He's a gangbanger. He's a gangbanger. They were
Let me
gang
s-
banging in the street. Hey, that's
let
what
me
shit
let me
gonna happen.
let me say this, man. I hate to listen. Youngstown is a pretty much listen. You know where you at. It's pretty much a gloomy fucking place. It could go down on any side of town. Dallas will throw you the fuck off. When I first got there, I met this young chick. She was like, "Yeah, you want to come out?" I'm like, "All right, man." So we go to this spot called the Blues Palace. I was meeting her there. I'm going. I'm like, "Oh, this motherfucking place must be live. These motherfuckers out here dancing in the street." So I'm looking like, well, them ain't motherfuckers. The fucking crackheads. These motherfuckers was out in the street just getting it, like by the club, listening and moving. Then it was like, I pull up, they was like, "Hey man, you want me to park your car?" I'm like, "They got valet." Motherfucking crackhead, man. Like, like $5. I park. Like, nigga, you don't know these people's lot, man. But you so like, yeah, man, some of these areas you gotta watch where you going, man. Cause I'm like, man, where in the fuck am I at? I'm like, I'm thinking motherfuckers is in the streets on some, some the bar shit, having a good time, and I was
Nah.
niggas was high. Go ahead.
But that's the same thing with DC, though. You remember I told y'all
Yep.
the story way back when we went up to go see Taz when he was going to Howard.
Yep.
And me, my dad, my uncle, we staying out there on the waterfront, the wharf. It's all nice places, all rich people live here. We went one block past the subway station too far. We watching gangbangers beat up a crackhead on a park bench, cops sitting right across the street, eating their sandwiches, watching, did not move.
Man,
It's
look.
crazy. They beat the Muslims out of the projects out there. We is walking through real slow, homie.
So with Chicago, just man, you can look into the legislation if you so choose. Anybody watching, anybody here on the panel with us, Rahm Emanuel. Just look into some of the legislation that was passed. Some of the things that were entered in the law were almost like treaties, and they're between families that have been there for so long. I'm talking about they go back into indigenous culture.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and even some of the stuff was dealing with the people who wanted to be recognized as Moors and those different groups. At one point, the P Stones, they eventually became El Rukans, which was like a Moorish type sect in the Moorish movement. So there's a lot of history in that that would go into that type of legislation. Another place I heard of, but I haven't looked into is I want to say Washington State or maybe Oregon. They actually have dueling laws still on their books.
Shit's crazy, man.
Yeah,
But
man. That's
for them
crazy.
to, but for them to
Oh,
use
that's
that
gangster.
in this kind of case, yeah, it says a lot.
So you can literally like go slap a nigga with a white glove
Mm-hmm.
and say, "Meet me outside," and 20 pace draw a motherfucker.
That goes for Washington State,
Oh,
parts of Oregon, and then that one section of the Emerald, what's it called, the Emerald Triangle or whatever, at the top of Northern California.
Okay.
All of that, because I'm actually just now going into a story about the Northern California part of that, and that's where everybody's medical marijuana comes from too.
Yeah.
I just thought this was a little compelling as far as them knowing exactly what happened to this man who did it. Right. And we're like, yeah, hey man, it's all fair, man. He banged even though he's reporting, but yet they're gonna throw that, gang affiliation on that.
Yeah, and, he probably embarrassed him too, man, because he was exposing a lot of shit.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
And a lot of cats didn't know how to take that because, mind you, this was pre, social media and all that. Because, like you said, he had DVDs and stuff. He was doing it for a minute, had a name for himself, but not everybody feels the same way when a cat coming in and exposing what's really going on.
Right.
Help me out, fellas. Sides. Help me out, fellas. If anybody knows, was he the one that was showing the videos of them dropping off crates of guns in the alleyways?
No, I think
that wasn't him. I don't think that wasn't him.
He wasn't one of them.
Well, see, this I think he may have talked to one of those gentlemen because it was a few of those videos. What he would do was he would like you would see some shit. It would be like a murder or a body, but he would be like if it was an unjust police shooting, he would be the cat on the scene. Like the motherfucker had his hands up. That was him. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as those videos, I seen 2 videos. The one where the cat was like, man, I seen it happen. I think he said in 90 and 2000, where the crates was found in the alleyways. He said,
Or
and
it was on the train.
on the train tracks.
They was just stuck. They
Yeah.
right in the middle of the hood, you know, the railroad cars, and they was just filled with ammo, or you know, ammunition and weapons.
Yeah,
like, here you go, kill yourselves.
There it is. Yeah,
the one that was he was about 13, 14. He showed on his video a cruiser. That's all I'm gonna say. Pull up in the alley, pull out a box of guns, drop them right there, and a person asked him, "So you gonna take one of them guns for real? You only how old? 13?" He said, "Listen." He said, "What would you do?" He said, "I'm the only one that's my age that don't got a gun on the block.
Yeah.
I'm walking around. Everybody know I don't got a gun." He's like, "You not gonna pick up the gun if you me?"
I think what lent credence to that young man and the other brother who spoke on that was when these motherfuckers put that truck with a bunch of Nikes and shit in the back and was trying to set them up, and they had to get that shit out of there because it was entrapment. And you hear these stories where people like, "Yo, man, they always trying to, set us up." There was a cat that he was on parole, and the police pulled him over and told him they wanted him to go plant some shit. And what they did, they was like, "Hey man, you need to," I think it was a weapon. And he was like, "Yo, man, I'm not, nah, fuck that." And she was like, "Listen, it was a female cop. If you don't do it, we violating you." Money, what she didn't know was money was recording. There was another incident where a brother had a smoke shop, and he had it on camera where the police had sent this motherfucker in there to plant I think it was crack cocaine to plant it in his shop. That's how he got away with it. When you look at Melissa Alexander, who wrote the new Jim Crow,
Michelle,
I'm sorry. Thank you for correcting me, brother. She said that she had to change her pattern of thinking because she had a young brother come in there one day and said, "Yo, these motherfuckers, they set me up." And she was like, "You hear these stories, you don't believe it. You think they just making up some bullshit." And said the young man got frustrated and he walked out. He said that it was this group of police officers that were taking these young cats that got in trouble and were making them sell drugs. She said, lo and behold, a few months later, about a few months, 6 months later, they busted these cops for making these motherfuckers sell drugs.
Yeah.
The typical Larry Davis situation. That's what was happening with him. So, you see these setups, man. They play in the hood, man.
Sad situation, man, and hopefully this will shed some light on the bullshit.
Yeah, man. He may have been banging, but he was from what we know, man. Any cat that's trying to shed light on the circumstances and the environment, that's a decent something right in his heart, man. So
they said he lived in the same neighborhood with affiliation. They said he wasn't banging though.
No, he was affiliated with the Perry.
I know what you're talking about. They said that he brought a lot of the gangs together on some unity stuff.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
See,
but how many?
That shit.
But how many stories of that is what goes on around? The fact of the matter is, when you go out west, Chicago or whatever, you hear everybody say they're affiliated because you got to be, because it's your block, whatever. Yep. But especially this cat was around our age, a little bit under our age bracket. They still had OGs on the block who would say, "Yeah, he affiliated, but that's a smart brother. Make sure he ain't in no knucklehead business. Make sure he ain't doing what we doing because he got a future, whatever." And they go ahead and keep you out of the mess, but at the same time, you're still on set per se. Yep. So the fact of the matter is, you can use that all day, and they'll use that when something goes down and say, "Oh nah, he was doing it." Nah, he 9 times out of 10 wasn't doing nothing.
Gotcha. All right, Tank.
All right, moving on. U.S. charges former heavyweight boxer with trafficking over $1 billion worth of cocaine. Hey, you guys remember this dude?
I don't remember this cat, man.
Yeah, it's like Golan Golek or something like that.
I
This
don't
is,
remember him, but
Gogan or
yeah,
he definitely made a career change.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, not a
Talk
million.
about making the most out of what you got.
Yeah.
He was on some John Forte stuff.
Man, come on. Don Trillo,
Yeah.
I bet this was the move. He was like, I'm gonna make this last joke, telling his old lady, this last joke I'm gonna make, and then we're gonna be good. All right, this is gonna be the last run. Yeah. Dude,
It's always that
million?
last one to get
Yeah.
him too.
Yeah,
it ain't never the last one, man.
You're right.
You always tell yourself it's the last one. It's like you get up in the morning, you tell yourself it's the last goddamn day you going to that job. You know,
True.
it's the same shit, man.
True.
Yeah, motherfucker, you hustling $1 billion worth of coke, man. $2 billion is not gonna be enough for you. You know what I mean? Just like 1 billion wasn't enough.
If they're claiming it's $1 billion, how much do y'all really think it is?
Oh yeah.
Come on, man.
If they, because that's a pretty round number, right? A solid round,
Right.
It's like exact, and dope ain't exact. Allegedly.
And you know how kind
you
of
know how
shitty
that
stuff,
go.
you know what kind of shitty stuff the Fed does, man. They'll come in and wait a fucking boat. Like all this,
Ooh.
you know what I mean?
Hey, why you bullshit?
You know how much diesel weigh?
Right.
Man,
Everybody
oh
got
my
a Christmas
God, that's
bonus
some
that year.
They
that
come
is
out
some
the
shady
they come out
shit.
they come out the hull of the ship talking about it's over $1 billion worth of
On the count of three, everybody on the boat jump.
Hey, so I was checking out this story, man. My man was so he's like Eastern fucking European.
He from Montenegro.
Montenegro.
Was it the Balkans, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
My man was taking his coke from South America, making a pit stop here in the States, and then taking it to Europe, where I guess that shit sells big time.
Yeah.
But shit, you got to think if he's making a stop in the United States, he probably pissed somebody off. You know what I mean?
Who didn't he pay?
The feds,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah. Obviously.
You know,
my thing is, if you move it, this is weight. When cats are, man, I'm out here. No, this is it. It don't get no bigger than this.
Right.
Like
hey, he
motherfuckers like
disrespecting him. Just
And
like, hey, man, you gonna count that shit in front of me?
right. And for them to catch him like on this level, somebody didn't get paid.
Or
definitely misstep. Somebody
stepped
didn't
on
get
somebody's toes, like, hey, motherfucker, this is I run this shit. How you gonna just ship all this shit in here? Like, this my
Right.
territory.
Man, this sounds like some government shit, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
like his home country was like, you doing what?
a fucking boxer.
And we
is-
got what from you in Texas?
Right.
And we didn't get a taste. Let me
Right.
make a phone call.
Right.
You got a former heavyweight boxer in your dock. Yeah, he got a whole bunch of that booger sugar, and I'm gonna need y'all to pull him over.
That's how they said it.
Did you say a boatload of booger sugar?
Sugar, I'm done.
Who? Since when did they get a black man running Montenegro?
Oh, let me go find my Michael Clark Douglas Duncan nostrils and head over to that boat.
Wow. Rest in peace, man. Rest
Come
in
on,
peace.
Patty.
All right, Cole.
But check
That's
this out,
cold,
man. So, like, there have been numerous reports of like the FBI taking somebody that can't read or write, or punch drunk maybe, and just using that motherfucker as the fall guy just to show that they're tough on drugs.
Yeah.
And the whole thing, this could be the government's drugs. They didn't pick this dude up, gave him the plot and the fucking, tied his shoes basically, and then put him on a boat just to get arrested on TV. They do that shit. They did that shit in was it New York with one of those terror suspects. They gave this dude the plan, the bomb, and he had to ask his mama and shit. Like, hey man, let me go ask my mom if I can do this. And they still arrested his ass. But
like
it's just to add to them numbers, bro.
And we're talking about $1 billion worth of that, that booger sugar, and we only talk about one person,
right?
Yeah, one man ain't moving.
We don't know too many boxers who
ain't
moving and grooving that way.
And they said
like that.
several crew members of several ships that he used was involved.
Okay, but we only got, we only talk about him.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But none of their names
is
in the motherfucking story.
Right. So I'm leaning towards Mr. Tank's theory on, being
he's the fall guy.
The figure.
We gotta go
fall
deeper
guy.
into this.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Just
You can leap 1,000 mountains. You can rush into a fire. Because he's the unknown man that makes Eastwood look so fine.
Hey, man, this motherfucker tripping. Next.
At least,
hey, we was on the same page, I was vibing with you.
Right.
I'm with you all day.
Only thing Negro about this is where he's from.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Let's go there for a second. I remember, what was that, Cocaine Cowboys that you sent me a while back, Tank, on Netflix? Them dudes down in Florida.
Yeah.
This jive right with that. Them dudes that was up there literally going and grabbing old Russian helicopters and taking stuff to the cartels, having them just like straight up and down flying it in on military surplus stuff. And that was, what, 3 dudes?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's what you had your boy, what's his name, who was pretty much funding that whole shit. Was that day I can't think of the big narco.
Oh, homeboy from you talking about homeboy from the Cowboys?
No, not from the Cowboys. The old boy who built his own prison. They sent him to prison.
Pablo
Pablo. Yeah.
Oh,
Pablo. Funding that whole the cocaine Cowboys, him and Griselda. All that, you know what I mean? But
they said motherfuckers still digging up money.
They said he was on the run, and this dude burnt $1 million in cash to keep his family warm while they were shuffling from house to house. Because one of the houses, the power and all that stuff is out, and to keep the family warm, he had that much cash, man. And it, like you said, they're still finding money that's been buried and is rotted because they didn't, do the whole shrink wrap shit. But he was just making it. Nobody. They said you can't really put a number on how much money this dude really made in his run.
Yeah,
this dude fucked up the ecosystem down in Colombia with hippopotamuses. That's all I'm saying.
How about that? His own damn zoo.
Hippopotami.
Yeah.
Hippopotamuses.
There's 2 of them. That's 2 of them.
That's a fucking flawless move. If you burn $1 million to keep your family warm,
right,
in a country where you can grow cocaine. It is hot as shit. In South America. Right. You can grow cocaine. That's a tropical plant.
I'm just talking about some of the alleged stories that he did, and this dude was just. I don't think it'd ever be done again on that kind of level again. Man.
Yeah, well, somebody's still doing it.
Yeah,
of course.
I mean, I have a cousin that's in the maritime industry. Okay, a merchant seaman. The level.
You want them African pirates?
No, he would cuss you out for saying no, but it's just the level of sophistication it would take to organize that.
Yeah.
Somebody
snitch.
It's got to be higher up.
Somebody snitch.
It's just like in the prison. Like if you see a drug ring in the prison,
get them wet.
It's the people in the top office that's allowing it in.
Yeah,
it's, you know what I mean. It's not like you so slick. Somebody's running running the operation.
Yeah, Q began to sing the Fall Guy theme song. That's what it is. That's
you can jump into a fire.
You can swing it from a fire.
Right, because I'm the unknown stunt man that makes Eastwood look so fine.
Can we go back to? Can we go back to? I got flashbacks in my answer machine with that one right there.
Come on, man.
This cat doing the whole first half of Spuddy Uddy Dopalicious.
Damn. Nigga ain't gonna never let him drinking days down.
Nah, we owe you a bunch of phone calls at like 2 a.m.
Yeah, wake up your whole house.
You know, hey, most cats got tapes on motherfuckers setting up drug deals and all that. They got tapes on me 2:30 in the morning drunk calls. God damn.
There were so many of them, bro.
Yeah.
Those is classics, man.
I used to drink a lot.
He said that's why.
Calls. I
Them
just got
Youngstown
memories.
Blues.
I got memories in the Stratus.
Right.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Hey, me and the bunk used to roll out, man. We closed down Buds and then head across state lines over to the House of Broken Toys. And neither of us, we would have to
broken
sit.
toys.
We would literally have to sit. I think I might have got the wrong one.
Hold on. Tell them about the city of broken toys.
Wait a minute.
Man, it don't exist.
I think I might be saying the wrong one. What's the one going in
Warren?
PA? No, I'm talking about. I meant the one in PA.
Oh, that's you talking about niggas?
Pines.
The Palace and the fucking Pines.
Palace and the Pines.
Yeah. We would just go to, because they ain't gonna take nothing off upstairs. We would just go get fucked up.
Oh yeah, that was the Palace, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like, these bitches ain't getting naked. They just going to sit on motherfuckers' laps. We would get fucked up and sit for about 2-3 hours, and then like, all right, man, let's go. We used to be fucked up.
All right.
Since y'all brought it up.
Switch gears, Tank. Switch gears.
Let's get it.
All I can say, that's when I found out that Orange Jubilee MD was not my friend.
Yeah, man.
Not
Orange Jubilee.
Yeah.
Oh, that ain't nobody's friend, man.
Not my friend.
That shit turn your boo-boo black.
Yes, sir.
Talking about said brick.
Yeah.
Your boo-boo
The
black.
missiles, baby. Bricks and
Certified
missiles.
Mason.
It's doodle, baby.
And Mason Dutchison.
Tennessee Philly.
Oh shit.
Oh man, what we got, man?
Oh,
Diddy makes a big move into the cannabis game with $185 million purchase of major pot players. What you guys got?
Hey, why not?
where's that?
Why not?
That's where it's at.
So, for him to lay down that kind of money, yeah, man.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Congratulations, Sean.
Man, cute Tyrese on that one.
I mean, go ahead, Cuddy.
What did he drop on that vodka company years back, or that
for
alcohol
that
company?
Ciroc?
Yeah,
Shit, he done made his money back. I don't know how many times over with Ciroc, man.
But he was a very minute owner in that shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
was?
again, his marketing.
Yeah,
It's in every video of all his artists. It's sponsoring all kind of events. It's everywhere, man. It's somewhat the new premiere. He elbowed out the room Belvedere and all those other shits. You know what I'm saying?
He is a premier marketer, man. He is a premier.
Even if he has 1% of the shit.
That's Ciroc was in the videos almost as much as he was.
Hey, that's what Fat Joe. You hear that interview with Fat Joe was talking about? He said he thought he was such a nice guy. That's what I said.
Yeah.
He said he was in the background holding the bottle up in every picture.
Yep. He was like, I didn't know what he was doing. He was like, now I think about it, it was like, hey, he's a fucking genius. He marketed the hell out of that shit. Yeah. Just like how everybody thought Jay-Z was this big major owner in the Nets. He had 1.3%, whatever, because when he had to do his deal with what was that Rock Nation, his sports management.
Rock Nation.
Yeah, he had to sell his shares, which he did to Jason Kidd. And we found out it was like 2%, 3%, but let him tell it, this motherfucker was half owner. Like, yes, I'm bringing the team to my city. I'm bringing it to Brooklyn. I was like,
yeah, they used him as the face.
Yeah, it's just like Usher. Usher and what was the guy's name for Cleveland Cavaliers? Yeah. He was the minority owner.
Yeah.
To bring publicity.
I'm the odd man out here. You know, I'm not one that's gonna big up no shit like this. As many brothers that's been locked up and still sitting in jail over that shit, man.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's really all I got on it. I've never been a. I mean, I get the the therapeutic attributes of the shit and
Mm-hmm.
you know how it helps people. So I'll never knock it on that end because you know I think it is that's a better alternative than putting a lot of bullshit chemicals in your body, man, and you know pills and shit and you
Mm-hmm.
know there's a laundry list of fucking side effects.
Right.
Make you take this pill. It'll stop this pain, but it may kill you in 7 hours. You know, I'm just, for me, yeah, jury's out. So you guys got it.
Yeah, like I said, but to your point, I'm glad that this brother is actually, getting involved because I don't know if you understand how hard it is for people of color to get licensed, to get funding and to get, certified to open up dispensaries and stuff. The margins are so crazy when the disparities or whatever is crazy when it comes to us trying to get our own.
Yeah,
You
man.
know?
And
that's where I'm like, I'm glad he did a jump this big into it because, like you said, they used to lock us up for this. Now we could put our money into it and flip the script.
Well,
They still locking us up for it.
But that's what and that's what I was about to say, man. Like, they lock us up for it, but they also locked us out of the shit.
Yep.
Let's get it. Let's talk. Let's spit facts. He can do that shit because he has the capital to do it. 10 times over to fucking do it. You know what I mean? So hey, man, more power to him. I just know when anytime you got brothers that's still sitting in jail away from their fucking family because they were selling nickel bags and
I got one for you.
Some of them was moving it. Go ahead, brother.
I got one for you. This dude out of Cali. Tell you how the irony is, they gave him a life sentence for selling weed, and he opened up a shop in California, selling clothes back in the day in the 90s or whatever. They gave him a life sentence for weed. No murder, no body, no nothing, just moving weed.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward to now, his location where he had his store is a fucking dispensary.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And that's what he was saying. He was like, dude, I got a life sentence. And the legit business that I opened now, the brick and mortar, is a dispensary.
I mean, think about it, man. They used to preach this shit. And in some instances, depending on, maybe if you were born with certain shit in your system, it may be a gateway. But they used to tell us this shit was a gateway drug to get you on crack.
Yeah.
This will make you smoke crack. This shit is a gateway drug. No, nigga, it's a gateway drug to therapy when motherfuckers got back problems and migraines they can't get rid of. They didn't push it for that shit because, oh, you know what? Hey, man, we be taking money out the pharmaceutical industry's pocket. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So let's lock these niggas up and then we're going to turn around and lock them out. So
like that Cat Williams joke, take a fistful of, weed and take a fistful of Tylenol. You don't wake up from that Tylenol. You don't sleep well off that weed and wake up hungry.
Right.
That's about it. But like I said, it's just something. These guys are putting their money to work, diversifying that portfolio. Moving from alcohol to weed because it's popping now.
Yeah, man. And
question on that.
And again, man, that's why I had to support. And I'm glad we did the story on the Kiss Cafe shit, man, because again, okay, motherfucker, you selling some rock. We had Armadale, we had Cameron shit and Duce's and the goddamn. Now we got weed, Game got weed, he got weed, Snoop got weed.
Now we got coffee.
Let's drink coffee. Let's drink coffee.
50 had water. I sent y'all that thing about old boy selling water overseas and these little kids getting beat up.
Yeah.
over water.
Styles P got the juice bar, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like I said, I love the different avenues these cats are taking it, but we could do something other than baggy clothes, alcohol, weed. You know what I mean? But yeah, we come a long way, man. The only sponsor we used to see was Billy D.
Yeah.
So we come a long way, man.
Yeah,
come a
think
long
about
way.
how long that shit been going on, man, since the Colt 45 days of the 80s.
That's
The
it.
shit, didn't that start in the 70s though? Like 78, 79, they started promoting that shit.
Wait, yeah, it was 70s.
Works
Yeah.
every time.
Woof.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Works
like I
every
said,
time.
we come a long way, gentlemen. We come
Yeah.
a long way. So
Long way, fellas.
hopefully,
Long
you
Is it
know,
though?
shut up, man. It's rebranding.
Don't shut up. No,
It's
don't shut up.
rebranding.
Don't shut up.
Quartermaster, go ahead. We gotta hear.
Don't
I
shut
want to
up.
hear his view.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
No, man, I'm
Go ahead,
glad
Cuddy.
everybody voted Democrat because Joe Biden released all the federal inmates that were in on weed convictions, which was absolutely nobody, but they took a whole fucking day to say that they did some shit and trick you niggas into voting for him. But
Who voted for him?
I ain't vote for them motherfuckers.
Who voted for him, Cuddy?
I don't know. I didn't vote either.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Because you know right now, Cuddy.
I wrote in Brother K.
They blaming the fact
That's
that
right.
the Democrats got demolished. You know that's on us now.
You still beat down.
It ain't on us. Hey, look, it
My
ain't on
God,
us. They
that's
need
my
to.
God.
They need to.
Brother
They
K,
need to
that's
start
my-
providing for the
Tangible.
voters. Yeah.
Well,
like,
this
we get nothing out of it.
Well, this is the thing. They've been insulting the brothers for a long time. For the last how many years we've been hearing, oh, this ain't no shot at the sisters. DJ LOH, don't kick my ass because this ain't no shot at the sisters. Miss
Oh,
Kiki,
here we go.
don't pull a big rig over to get on my ass. But listen to
Well,
what I'm
there
saying.
you go.
What I'm saying is this. For years we've been hearing black women, you know, they saved the Democratic Party. They're the backbone and all this shit. They act like black men didn't vote. When we tell them what our needs are, they ignore us. We get shit like no voting, no fucking, or twerk your ass to the polls and all this shit, man. They talk to us like we fucking children. You know what I'm saying? And so now you look
And
at
that's how they
Stacey
view us.
Abrams. Yeah, you look at Stacey Abrams and what's the motherfucker Keisha Lance Bottoms? They up there. Oh, you know, black men have been targeted for misinformation, and they not saying what the fuck the misinformation is. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, niggas is tired of this shit. You know what I mean? Come to the table with us like y'all do every fucking body else. Y'all gonna have to give something to get something, man. That's
All
my
right.
spiel.
Next.
Fuck Puffy.
Who next?
Puffy turn.
Could've-
Did it turn
He
back
could
into
have that
Puffy?
185 million and that Ciroc money and all that money he stole from his artists to, I don't know,
Yes.
maybe legalize weed.
Wow.
That part.
Next.
Man,
Let him
read.
go, man.
Hey, here's a plug. Read that Dancing with the Devil by Mark Curry. There you go.
Mhm.
All right.
That
Okay.
Oh man,
Facts.
All right.
co-workers and not your friends. Did you guys watch this TikTok video?
Yeah.
You
Man,
run it? Yeah.
run it, man.
This is a conversation my sister and I have had for years.
Okay, here I got it.
I mean, I could have told motherfuckers that shit.
But you know, it's one of those like Jersey said, it's a conversation that needs to be had, especially if you in certain
Corporate
settings.
survival skill you wish you knew sooner.
Do not go out to drinks with your peers. Do not hang out with your peers socially. Do not go out to happy hours. Go to work, go home.
Facts. Big facts. Big facts.
I know this hit home with your ass, Ed.
Yeah. Just don't mix the two, man. Because like you said, you only have so much shit in common. And alcohol in certain settings, whatever, tend to let people get extra comfortable.
Yeah.
And they kind of let you know who they really are outside of work. And it's, you know, one of those you have to go back and show up to work. And it's like, man, you said some fucked up shit, or she said some fucked up shit outside of work,
Right.
you know, that you just can't come back from. You know,
Right.
this is how you pay your bills, you take care of your family, and you don't want to jeopardize that, man, by blurring the lines. So he was right, man. Keep that shit separate.
It's real shit, man. It's like, you know, in the military is a little bit different because motherfuckers live with each other. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
way different. Yeah, that's way different. Yeah.
But I wanted to, this is what I wanted to bring up in reference to that, man. Like the wives, like the commander's wife, captain, the wife would have like the wives groups, you know. And so the whole purpose of that, the commander's wife was like, yeah, if anything happens, if these guys go to war, you know, they got that support group. But
Right.
most motherfuckers, I learned this from the homie. They wouldn't let their wives go to that shit because next thing you know, the commander know all your fucking business because motherfuckers had got in there and started running their mouth. You know what I mean? And now home has crossed over into work. It's the same thing with this shit, man. Motherfuckers, you at work with somebody and y'all done drank, motherfuckers, the hair done got let down, and now motherfuckers done got too comfortable and some shit done got said because people done got too familiar. So yeah, I'm with that.
One thing he brought up in the article was some because of the nature of employment in this country, right? The more of your personal time you give to these, these coworkers, or in some instances, the coworker is your supervisor, your manager. They get to know things about your schedule. They start taking liberties, man.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Oh, he ain't got shit to do. He don't do nothing on Saturdays. He said he sleeps in until 12. Call him.
I remember prime example, like during COVID, they were like, "Oh, this person don't have kids. They could stay in the office while everybody else can work remote." It just broke up with their, significant other. They don't have nothing going on outside of work, whatever. They could come in. We could stay at home and work remote. That's prime example. You're absolutely right, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
And they pretty much get to pick and choose. Like, oh, yeah, I remember you had all those drinks last night, or whatever. Now I'm sure you want to make up for you not coming in at 8 or whatever. You want to make up that some overtime, so you can stay until 6, 7.
I got the flip side for you, and Eddie P, remember this one? Remember when we worked out at the body shop when they find out that you got a new whip, they find out you got a new girl or whatever. You need to support that new girlfriend you got, so we throwing you on mandatory overtime for the next month and all that crazy stuff when we was out there still door.
Yes, sir.
And they would do our stuff. Don't pull up with another ride, or they find out you got another ride. Oh, you need the money for that. They find something stupid to write you up for. Next, you stuck up in that joint.
Shit, tell them to fuck.
I don't even think it's that though, bro. On some real stuff, it's not even just outside of work. That's inside work too. I mean, think about it. It depends on who you're dealing with. Just don't say nothing, period, at work, but the minimal, because you get enough conversation at work, and your business is gonna be spread. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
here's my thing. If you gonna go outside of people, if you gonna go out with people outside of work, because I just gave somebody this information. Order an Arnold Palmer, and then buy them a whole round of drinks and record them, because they gonna show their ass. And then have that information, because they gonna show their ass and they gonna do something to piss you off, or vice versa.
You learned that.
Bomb.
Hey Corey, you learned that from Ohio. That's pretty much here. They be like, he the only one we don't know. Let's get him drunk.
Right.
Here's a part two to this whole scenario. What do y'all feel about adding or accepting coworkers on social media?
Oh no.
Not till I find out today. Not till I
find out today.
I do, but I don't do social media.
I'm no longer employed.
I don't do social media anyway, so you just gonna get me in that one picture I post every birthday.
Right.
It's all looking good.
Okay, like I said, there's a part two to that as far as crossing that line with coworkers or whatever. I get friend requests from folks I work with, and I just leave them on, pause. Yeah,
my mama ain't even on my shit.
Facts.
Hey, man.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you.
There. I'm not even on social media. Go ahead.
I'll be honest with you. They can do social media all day. I add all of you. Don't none of them know about this podcast.
Got you.
Hey, look, man. What kind of country you living in where you can't talk freely and then go to a job that doesn't pay you a fuck enough?
See,
come on, man.
Look, that ain't my story no more.
Speak on it.
And the other thing is, man, if you do social media, fuck that. Go to work, do social media, and only have an OnlyFans. Put your balls on that motherfucker. When your coworkers want to get nosy, they're gonna start paying that $3 a month.
Nice. We need to monitor your social media.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And like I said, that's what I'm a little bit leery of, is the backlash. Like, oh, you couldn't stay late because you had to, do And it's like, hey man, my time is my time.
Right.
Right.
Who the fuck
don't
you talking
worry
to?
about
None of
don't you worry
Mhm.
about this, because I've gotten plenty of material for this, for this show from the gig, because of it's my interactions,
Right.
shit. But yeah, I definitely co-sign with do not mix,
Nah.
with your
That
coworkers like that, because you may end up doing something, because it's like, dude, how you gonna pull rank on me at the bar?
Right.
You ain't my supervisor at the bar.
Exactly.
I will
Right.
bust your ass
Exactly.
at this bar.
And I've had that
Exactly.
happen.
You the military
Now-
ass. I'm sure you've seen that shit happen about it.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
I had a captain. This black dude, he was the only black dude, and he used to try and flex on the other black motherfuckers.
See,
Me and my big bro, shout out to K Bizzle. We was out one night, man.
Trying to jangle
And this
change
cat,
that.
I had to get him. This motherfucker was getting shot down left and right by every fucking female in that club. Fine, fat, whatever. And I roasted as soon as the music went off and it was time to go. I roasted the shit out this motherfucker. He gonna try. I said, man, look, we ain't on base, motherfucker. That rank shit don't go out here, homie. I beat your ass. I told her I was drunk too. Said I'll whoop your motherfucking ass.
Really? You?
you don't say.
Oh, back then.
not you, man.
Nah.
Yes, sir.
And then he called Witt's crib later on.
Hey, there's Clint put me on to that shit. That was that Cass. I used to call you motherfuckers back to back. Somebody was gonna talk to me. Somebody was gonna talk to me. Dreads, I'm sorry you wasn't in the crew back in the day.
Was social media in the person. That was him.
Yeah, man.
Oh man.
I mean, hey, listen, man. Say what y'all want. I miss my dudes, man. Like you meet people.
Hey,
you meet motherfuckers, and you I got lifelong friends, but this is the family, man. This is the group my mother trusted me to go to goddamn Perkins till 5 and 6 in the fucking morning with. You know what I mean?
And do this same shit here.
Eggs, corn, and grits. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
man.
eggs, corn, and grits.
This is the PSA, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no coworkers, man.
Now, the one thing I will say is, if you have a higher tolerance than your supervisor and you go out with them, you can use that for yourself at work. I've done it with many jobs.
Gotcha.
Indeed.
Gotcha.
Ain't nothing like getting a video of your boss twerking up against a statue.
Nice.
Let me tell you something.
We talked about this. We had an episode like cats oversharing.
Yeah.
You get them loosened up a little bit and they get to talk about what's really going on,
Mm-hmm.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick, there's an old saying. I don't know if any of y'all heard it or remember it. If you want to hear how men really feel, get them drunk, put a pistol in his head.
Shit.
Hey,
I've heard that.
Here's the other thing. Motherfucker might not even tell you nothing. You might just a person might recognize you if they see your face, a little bit too much or outside of that professional area. It was a lieutenant back in the army. We was over in motherfucking Iraq, and they was like, Cat was like, man, look, I got the bitch on video. I'm like, man, what you talking about? Had the chick down at the Kappa Beach party with the shit all up in her ass, 2-piece on, motherfuckers grabbing her ass. Yeah, we said nobody looked at the bitch the same. So she went from lieutenant to that's that bitch right there.
Cold
Wow.
World.
That's it.
Cold world.
What about going out with your coworkers to link up? That's what most of these motherfuckers do. They go out drinking and link up.
Sneaky link.
Some dudes, some want to see, and some just don't want to go home.
Yeah, I go to fuck home.
True.
You know what I mean? You got those bosses like, hey man, why don't you come, drinks on me, because they don't want to go home to that life.
That's
the only time they demand is at work. When they go home, they just,
that's square.
That motherfucker over there.
That part.
Yeah.
And came in the house.
You get those cats like,
go.
man, yeah, I drinks on me. I got the company credit card. Come on, man, we can go eat. We go do this. I'm like, dude, take your ass home.
Those be the worst ones because you like, man, I just came out for 1 or 2, man. It was like, everybody doing it, and you like, you seriously are trying to close this motherfucker down? I'm happy at all.
Part. Yeah, that part.
Right.
I was like, dude, it's meatloaf night, man. What is wrong with you? I got to get.
Right.
What's wrong with you?
I'm happy at home, and I'm messing around with you. I won't
You
be.
getting called.
Yeah, I like home, man.
Talking about where the fuck you at.
Yeah.
Get a little age on you. You like going to fuck home, man.
You get those
It's
cats,
ain't
man,
trouble.
who the order of their life is work, 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 home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that pecking order. It's like, dude, this is all you do is work.
Yeah.
Every conversation circles back to work. You ain't got shit else going on outside of work. Depressing as hell.
Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents on that, man. I definitely co-sign this PSA.
There you go.
Keep that shit separate.
Right on.
Oh yeah.
All right, what we got?
Let's see.
Oh yeah. I was about to ask.
Oh,
Catching these hands.
All right.
Yeah.
Catching these hands.
yeah.
I can't get enough for this video.
What the fuck was he thinking?
She scooped.
He wasn't.
Hey, the way she did him reminded me of that scene.
Look, old fashioned scoop. She scooped him.
Boop. But the kick out though.
And she
My
threw the
pussy.
hips. She threw the hips
Right
behind.
there,
You see how she threw the hips when she pivoted?
Dropping
That was
nothing
some
but
real
hammers.
professional shit right there.
Fuck your couch.
Right.
That's what she did.
You ain't got to hold him back because he just gonna walk back into another ass
Another
whooping.
ass whooping.
Listen,
Yeah,
man.
she had more to give. She had more to give.
She wasn't even winded. Listen,
If
man.
you lose, anybody knows if you last time we all been in the fight. If you lock up with somebody and all of a sudden you see your feet over your head, you lost. You lost. You ain't coming back. And it's a chick. She scooped your ass, man. If you feel your body getting lighter, you know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Where's the ground? There it is.
Hey, man, let me say this though, man.
You can't respect motherfucking skinny jeans.
That part too. I think when I first saw the video, I guess the person said they didn't know which country this in. But this is that coward shit, man. Like a lot of these cats, man, they try and hit what's called soft targets. I heard somebody talk about this. That's women, old folks, and children. And he ran up on the wrong woman. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if that was like Clarissa Shields or somebody like that. You know what I mean? I mean, she damn near was. And I'm happy that the sister didn't do that damsel in distress shit. And I'm glad she decided to put that Dora Milaje woman king ass whooping on this fool. You know?
It was fight or flight. And she decided to fight. And she knuckled up.
Good.
I just
got up under his ass.
Hope and pray that he had his ass whooping insurance because he damn sure paid that deductible today, boy. Shit.
Yes, sir.
Listen.
Oh man, I'm saying between the form on the slam,
Look at her stance
the pulling the arms when she's punching down on him.
Yeah, she got
when she's pulling his arms to punch down on, and then get up with the stomp out.
Look, she channeling energy from Mother Earth right
brothers.
there. Look at her stance. I don't care if she got on shoes. Look at her stance.
That's some old Reebok joint.
She is channeling some power. Right.
Hey, gentlemen, I just sent y'all a text. Y'all do know today is election day, right? Check your phones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, are you serious? No.
What I say?
Wow.
Yeah, you said it.
What did I say?
You said it.
Man,
everything
I'm
isn't in yet. Everything isn't in yet, but here we go.
Nah,
I'm
it's
switching.
over. Yeah.
What the fuck did I say? You thought this shit was a joke?
Yeah, man.
Thought this
what
shit
we
was a
look-
fucking okay.
What we looking at, people, is old Hershal Walker
Edge.
Wow.
edged out old Raphael Warnock, man.
As of now, but I think in Georgia, if it's not over 50%, there's an automatic trigger of a runoff. So it has to be, if I'm not mistaken, because I think that's what happened last time with Stacey
What
Abrams
the fuck?
and old buddy.
Man, I'm not
Yeah.
shocked.
Like I said, what did I say? We was
Either.
all playing
And
like
he,
this
he
motherfucker.
called that shit. Nah, I believe when he said that shit from the jump.
Yeah, you called it, because I was the one that was like, oh, Herschel, this. Hey, man, more power to fucking Georgia. I'm glad I ain't that motherfucker.
Just a
Praying for
good old
y'all.
boy.
He gonna do good. He gonna do good.
Never
motherfucker.
meaning no harm.
I
Right.
just wanted to leave. We wrapping shit up. I just wanted to leave that with y'all as of
His
now.
son about
This
to be
is where
mad.
we at.
I can't believe you let him win.
You're hurting him.
His children.
Yeah.
He had abortions that he lied about. I said, so
Yeah.
motherfucking
Yeah.
expletive ass the fuck up, punk.
Yeah. We can't look at anything after the last, after the last election, after the last presidency. We cannot.
Oh, after the President Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, we can't ever go back to what we call somewhat norm. And this is where we're at right now. Motherfucking Hershal Walker.
Yeah.
Hershal motherfucking Walker.
He remind me so much of Cuba Gooding Jr. in radio.
Wow.
Radio. Listen.
Hey.
Yo,
All I'm
have you
gonna say
seen
is-
that? Have you seen that fool drunk?
When at the debate?
Oh, that is right. He yeah. a lot of
Have you
times.
seen Cuba Gooding Jr. drunk?
Oh,
Yeah.
I seen him
He
in the
just
club drunk.
he just got off from that case he did when he
Right.
just massaging the old girl's breast.
Right
at
on.
the
I
bar.
seen him in the club
Yeah.
drunk. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah,
Listen.
he's a live one, man. He's a live one.
Hey, man, I'm not shocked about anything the fuck after Reagan,
Right.
after Clarence Thomas.
There we go.
I'm not shocked. Bush, I mean, it's a fucking trick bag, man. We just got to be out here and make our conditions the best we can, because unless we gonna get on that mothership with George Clinton and them and get the fuck out of Dodge, man.
Hey, when is it gonna be ready to fucking leave? When is it gonna be ready to fucking leave? Because everybody talks about, hey man, it's only gonna, we got to do this, and you just wait till the next election, this and that. Man, it's been fucked up since we was kids.
Yeah.
When is it time to leave?
That.
Hey man,
You're right. You're right.
I
You're
think
absolutely right, man.
I think it's not about the time frame, Cuddy, versus the means. You know what I mean? You got people. That's a hell of a decision to make for somebody to leave their family. You know what I'm saying?
Not
Leave
just the family, because you leave and go to
your
another country,
livelihood.
you don't know the language.
Right. You don't know the
I just
landscape.
I just saw something about
I didn't say go anywhere that didn't speak English.
I
said get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
I
this
understand,
place
but
is
leaving the
fucked
country.
up.
Cass was saying, going over, Brothers with Borders were saying, like, dude, I got into some shit and I pretty much had to pay the police, just to even look into my case. Like, I got robbed.
No different.
I heard about that. I heard about that same shit in Jamaica.
But they were like, dude, it's different. It's
different,
different.
man.
It ain't like here where you could go to the ACLU and get something. But over there, it's like, dude, first of all, I got to find somebody.
Mr. Coppola.
Then I got to pay them, and then I got to keep paying them.
And Mr. Coppola, let's call this shit to what it is. Most of these countries are exactly like the suburbs of the 40s. No, let's say the 50s. No, let's say about the 60s and 70s. When one show up, there ain't too many eyebrows raised. And they're like, huh. But when a group of motherfuckers go over there, that's when it's a problem. That's when you find out how melanin friendly these motherfuckers are. Because some of these people hate their fucking selves. You know what I mean? So
that's facts.
So I mean,
I have a question, an earnest question.
So you concerned about racism in another country?
So
hey,
listen, I'm not. My question is, where is there on the planet that America's hands don't reach?
Hey, there's a place you can go where it ain't this goddamn expensive.
Let me say this. Me and my wife,
Right.
me and my wife,
Right on.
me and my
Right
wife,
on.
we talk about Thailand all the time. But again, like I said, we're the one group of people who every other group has an insult for. There's a different insult for us. So that should tell you how the fuck all of these motherfucking people feel.
And we got those
Them
for them
people-
too, though.
Listen,
We got those for them.
motherfuckers that went over to Africa was dealing with motherfuckers breaking into their shit. These is black people. Was dealing with motherfuckers digging through the walls and breaking in and stealing their shit. Yeah, man. I
just
mean,
don't
I'm
want
with
to run
you.
into I don't want to run into a Brittany, what's that, Brittany Griner situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where I get fucking jammed up. Like you said, you know, you get fucked up over here, but shit, I can at least call somebody over there. They're like, nigga, you decide to relocate to
Right.
another country. That's what your monkey ass get. See
Right.
you when I see you. You know,
Shit, they holding Brittany
And
because she's
this
Brittany.
is when you get in with your coworkers and get them drunk.
Well, they heard.
I'm just saying, man.
All
Look,
the information.
they didn't elected motherfucking radio in the office. We thought Trump was bad. Then we got a demented old 90-year-old motherfucker that don't know his asshole from the hole in the wall.
Yeah.
You know, like we had the fucking Clintons. You know, like none of this shit is getting better. It's getting progressively. Hershal Walker could not finish a fucking sentence.
Right.
It wasn't in English if he did. Like, what are we doing?
But Cuddy,
What are we doing?
Amazing
you know, goddamn well, you can see the strings on that nigga. You can see the
but
strings on
that's the point. Like, you can see the strings on all of them, and it's never gonna change. It's getting progressively worse.
Right. I mean, right. This is all political. This is all theater, bro. It's all theater. I mean, I'm not fucking shocked when they put a reality show motherfucker in there.
Yeah.
When I found out that Reagan was an actor beforehand and had dementia as about as long as Joe fucking Biden did, come on, man. Allegedly,
Longer.
You know,
this is just where we at right now, fam. It's like,
Yeah, and it's a lot worse than where we were 2 years ago,
Oh,
and a
I'm
lot
supposed
worse
to
than where we
sign
were
this?
5 years before that. You know,
I can't
like,
say
God
no,
damn.
because 2 years ago somebody told us to go outside. It was going to clear COVID, so we wasn't that bad. We was locked in 2 years ago. That motherfucker said go outside or put some bleach inside you. That's what remember that?
hydrochloroquine.
Allegedly, because we got
Yeah,
put
maybe
time
if we
out
can
for
get
that.
like cleaning agents, how they clean things. Like maybe if we can inject it and clean the system out.
Oh man, I'm
That
just
That would be
fucking
nice. That would be very terrific. Very good.
Cherry blossoms, Pinot.
Yeah.
I've had that before. It tastes very good. Very awesome. Pinot, very good. Terrific. Excellent. I like it.
Oh, shit.
Get your Kiss Cafe. I know Jada
Kiss
Kiss very well.
Cafe. Yes,
I was in
sir.
a few of his videos. Get that ground. Also,
Bags.
whole bean.
Bags.
Get
Let
that.
us know
Get
know
that.
ASAP, man, how that coffee do.
Absolutely, I was gonna brew something up tonight, but I don't want to be too goddamn late.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It made
Gentlemen.
that intro long as fuck.
on it.
Right. Well, hey, we shortened it up. I think y'all like
Yeah.
that. It was very
Yeah.
short. I'm gonna shorten it up for you guys. It's I think the long one ran its course, but I'll
Nah,
make it
man.
flavorful.
Nah,
Nah,
that's
man.
tradition, man.
That
I just want
motherfucker's
to
gotta
say
be 10 minutes long.
congratulations to Hershal Walker.
Congratulations. That was at 7
Mm.
o'clock. That was what you call it? That was polled at 7.
I'm going to call it early.
All right.
We did it. We won.
Yeah. hey, Hershal Walker won, and Jesus wasn't on the fucking preacher's side. Think about that.
Yeah.
Man, in Georgia. In
Right.
Georgia.
I guess
Georgia.
Jesus wasn't registered to vote.
Georgia.
In Georgia.
In
They
Georgia.
So
not letting
wrong.
black people vote in Georgia. That's what it is.
Negro could we control? Man, I don't
All of them.
Right.
Damn. Enough said. That was it.
We like
man.
Hershal.
All of them.
I used to watch him when I was growing up. Oh yeah.
Damn
so-
shame.
You guys go vote and we'll just take your land ownership rights. Don't
There
worry
you
about
go.
I'm
that
saying
land.
down is up is down. Yeah,
Don't
y'all
worry
heard,
about
what
that.
happened with it's another little controversy going
Your
on.
opinion matters, just like your
Yeah.
life.
Indianapolis Colts just picked a dude with no coaching experience as the new head
What
coach.
about Tank?
Corey was just telling me, yeah.
Well, before we went live.
Yeah.
He's somebody's cousin.
Hey man, he fit the, he fit the suits.
Shout out to Ime and Doku, man. My man is
Oh no!
It's official.
No, what you call it? What's the commissioner is like about to put the squash on that?
Oh, word?
Yeah,
man, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Check that out. Yeah, that ain't a done deal. It ain't a done deal.
They need to get that dude the fuck out of there, man.
What they're trying to do? They're trying to get him at the Nets. They're trying to stop him from going to the Nets.
Man, the cat got some pussy, man. Come on, dude.
Like I said, that's not a done deal.
Anytime a brother do some shit, we got to stick our collective foot in his ass, but we keep quiet about everything else. Fuck the commission. Fuck this. Hey, that's why I don't watch that sucker.
Brett Favre pay back that money yet?
See, thank you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
thank you.
Ain't nobody talking about that shit. Ain't nobody talking. This motherfucker, one motherfucker tweeted something, another one stuck his foot in his fucking mouth. But ain't nobody talking about the one who stole $5 million plus from the fucking welfare fund.
Yeah.
Or the fact,
in the poorest state in the union.
Or the fucking fact. Let's not forget, because the other name we didn't hear, I don't think it was at the same time. Brett DiBiase was doing the same shit. Ted DiBiase's son was up there taking fucking money.
Right.
The $1 million man
out of here. Yep. The $1 million man, son. Look up Brett DiBiase. He was up there stealing fucking money too, man. Allegedly.
And there ain't no allegedly in that one.
Out of here. That's what I'm saying, man. Like,
was Virgil's son holding the money for him?
No, he was getting voted. He was getting voted in down in Georgia.
Hey, you ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. Listen, man. This let me tell y'all something, man, before I go, man. Black motherfuckers is red herrings, man. We use to distract the world from all the other bullshit that go on. $5 million from a welfare fund, and ain't nobody talking the fuck about it, man.
Yeah.
Just a good old.
We don't own any media companies. That's exactly what Kanye was just complaining about.
Man, you're right though, man. Hey, you know what? O'Shea Duke Jackson, I don't like his tone, but O'Shea Duke Jackson talks about the fact that we don't own shit. Or and listen, motherfuckers act like that shit might have been easy back in the day. You know what I mean? When it was when the game was the game has always been rigged, but when it was less people, but now it's fucked up, man. And it's like, if you shut up, if you don't say nothing, then people gonna say, where's the support? If you are saying some shit, oh, it's fake love because you niggas don't own nothing. Niggas, stop. It's like no winning. Everybody got some shit to say. You know what I mean? Like,
I have a minor correction, and it's not to disagree.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
But it's not that niggas don't own shit. They own shit. They just don't control anything.
No, brother. I'm saying what's being. I'm not saying that shit. I'm saying this is.
What they're saying. Yeah, the mentality.
Man. Everybody got these videos popping up like y'all giving. Because everybody is like, yo, man, what the fuck is up with the NBA players? Because Bron came out and he said his spiel. Most brothers is like, yo, you didn't have to say a fucking thing.
Right.
But you came out there and you know what I mean, you started the bug names where the cat was like, yeah, man, well, what he's supposed to do? His money is tied up with them people. Those are the people that pay him. Look, y'all, we don't own things, brothers. And until we start on, man, kiss my dick with that shit, man. We know what position we in. And it's not like brothers aren't actively trying to fix this shit. We seeing listen, man, this election cycle. We seeing something like never before, man. We seeing a whole voting block step away and say, hey, man, fuck that lesser of two evils. If you can't provide tangibles, man, kiss my shorts.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gentlemen. Thank you. Love yous. Let's do it again.
Most definitely.
Love y'all, brothers. Peace.
Love y'all. Peace.
Love y'all.
This has been
Peace and love.
featuring legendary sounds of Beat Down Brown, the man in the myth, who explains the man in the myths, Mr. J motherfucking Drizzy.
Shout out to Hershal Walker.
And you also know and love
2024
Okay.
Trump train.
Oh God!
If you don't get it,
Can
Allegedly.
you get any fucking worse, man?
Allegedly.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Let's
All right,
go.
party people.
peace to Angela Stanton.
This motherfucker went 3 p.m. Peace, gentlemen.
Hershal Walker pulled it out.
Pulled it out, baby. USFL.
First time he pulled out anything.
Trump.
He's like, I shocked I did.
I can't believe y'all voted for my daddy.
Peace.
He gonna come find you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He gonna be on Aubs lawn acting up.
You know they probably live in the same